Hello and welcome to another tutorial video presented by Stein Investments. This one is all about where to get our chart templates and how to install them into your MT4 and MT5 terminal. And once done, you can enjoy the same chart views we use for our daily market analysis and follow the strategies exactly the same way. There are just two important things. The first one is where to find the chart templates we provide, and the second thing is where to copy them so that your terminal will load this information and so it's available for you. So let's start with our central Stein Investments page. We already linked below all our videos, and here you get at first templates for each of our strategies. But this video is all about the morning briefing, and we summarized all the profiles and chart templates we use for the morning briefing content here in these zip files. And there's one for MT4 and the other one is for MT5. I already downloaded this and it's in my downloads folder. It's a zip file, as you can see, and we have to unpack it to be able to copy the content to the folders we want. And you see the first one here is the currency overview profile containing all the charts we use for this. And then you have 4 single chart templates. These ones are all for MT5, but the procedure is similar for MT4. So now we have the files we need. The second question is now where we have how to get the folder to copy them in. And that's what you do in your terminal, where you go to the menu and click File and then Open Data Folder, and then the data folder for this specific terminal will open. I've already done that, and the data folder for my MT5 terminal here in the background is this one, and that's the folder structure here. And there you can see Profiles folder. But we don't copy the content here in this profiles folder. The profile itself, so this one, has to be copied to charts. I've already done that, that's why it's already here. And the templates, these 4 single files, need to be copied to the templates section of the same folder. That's what you see here. Just to repeat that, here you see the entire folder address. This is your unique terminal ID. This is the MQL5 folder. Then it's profiles. And this profiles folder contains this one, charts, where we copy the profile in. And the other one is templates, where we copy the templates in. Once done, we have to restart our MT5 terminal so that it will load the new folder structure and the new template files, and then you can select them as usual. The folder structure on MT4 is slightly different. There is also this unique terminal ID, and then you don't have to access this MQL4 folder, because on MT4 profiles and templates are directly in this unique ID folder. So the folder structure changed from MT4 and MT5, but the copy procedure is pretty much the same. Here you copy the profile folder in that we provide in the zip file for MT4, and the templates are copied in here. Once done, please keep in mind you have to restart your MT4 terminal as well, and then you can access the templates and profiles we use in our morning briefing. That's it. We are at the end of this tutorial video. In case of questions, drop me a line right below in the comments or write me a note on mql5.com. And it was a pleasure to create this tutorial for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for your attention. See you and bye-bye.